I do think it had a lot to do with gender, though. I mean, different kinds of apprehensions of gender than we'd just seen for the previous year and a half, 2 years with Hillary Clinton on the campaign. But one of the crucial things to remember about the existence of Sarah Palin in the national scene is that she exists only because there had been this long and very controversial run by Hillary Clinton for the presidency, and there was a rupture within the Democratic Party after Clinton's concession, in which a lot of women were feeling distance from their own party, and they were feeling as though their history had not been recognized, acknowledged, appreciated, as though there had been unacknowledged sexism. And in came McCain to capitalize on that segregation between women and the party that had traditionally been associated with fighting for their rights and for their progress. That's how Sarah Palin got created, and that's something that's being played out in the headlines this week and last week as we listen to conversations about Stupak Pitts.
You know, it's gender for Democrats was the move there, and sex for Republicans,
yes,
right? So the appeal for Sarah Palin for Republicans was, here's a hot babe. I mean, that's what she was actually called on blogs. Who's going to be Veep? That's hot, you know, the family's hot, the first dude is hot, the son is hot, you know?
It was also a total revisionary reclamation of the word feminism. What we've seen during Sarah Palin's candidacy and since is Republican women claiming, reaching out, saying, we're feminists, but they're feminism, they're distinguishing it by saying, we're feminists who love high heels and lips.
I think if it was about gender, they would have picked Condi Rice. Or you know, there's a lot of Republican women out there. They were selling sex, absolutely, and for Sarah, just the fancy pageant walking and such.
It's true that the right uses sex to sell militarism and corporate greed, and you look at Fox News and they're like, hooray for the war, now look at my breasts. I mean, that's the model, but that's not.
I thought that was you, Max. No.
Well, that's another subject for another time, but. Palin also had a sex appeal to women, Republican evangelical women, and that's something that Shannyn sort of referred to. Sarah Palin embodies the culture of personal crisis that lurks behind the right's politics of resentment. She held, first of all, her daughter Bristol, who was impregnated out of wedlock, in the Klieg lights, and was basically saying, I have a daughter just like you have a daughter who's going through this personal crisis. White evangelical women, according to a congressional survey called AdHealth of adolescent sexual behavior, have sex at a younger age than any other demographic besides black Protestants. And if you look at all the statistics in evangelical heavy regions of the country, STDs are exploding. Where there's abstinence education mandated in public schools, the rate of gonorrhea infections is twice the national average in Lubbock, Texas, for example. And Sarah Palin was an advocate of abstinence education. So while we might see this as hypocrisy, for her, it was promoting herself as a glamorized version of the people in flyover country, and saying, I'm just like you.